I don't fit in the frame. The ears are too big. Yeah. Welcome to another video on the Pretzl Cosplay channel. Today I want to show you how you can make some cool ears for a Starguardian Xayah cosplay without using any fake or fur. Yes, we're making these ears out of foam. So if you're excited to see that, then you better keep watching this video. And of course, like and subscribe. So give the video a thumbs up if you think you're going to enjoy it. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the other tutorials that I will upload in the future. And if you want to make the ears yourself and you don't want to go through all the hassle to make your own patterns, then of course you know where to go, to my website, to download the patterns. I will of course link it in the description so you can find it very easily. And for now, let's see how I made these super cute ears for Xayah. For each ear, I cut the shape of the ear twice out of 5 mm thick, low density EVA foam. I made sure to cut the edges at an angle to make gluing it into a nice round shape easier. The glue that I use is Duracol contact glue. It's perfect for foam. I put some of the glue into a squeeze bottle so it won't dry out as quickly. And then I apply a thin layer on both sides that I want to glue together. With a scrap bit of foam, I spread out the glue so the layer will be really thin. This will make the glued seam look much neater in the end. I also apply the glue to the other part of the foam, because if you use contact glue, you really need to add glue to both pieces that you want to glue together. And then you have to wait for a few minutes until the glue is not wet anymore but tacky. Then it's ready to start putting the pieces together. So I try to align them at the ends. And then I carefully press the two pieces of foam together. And I try to get it really neat, so the seam looks really nice. And you don't really see where it was glued. Just be very careful when gluing, because once you put the two pieces of foam together, they will stay together. This glue is so strong. And on the edges, you really need to push on the foam to make them nice and sharp. Because we use low density EVA foam, that is possible. With high density EVA foam, it's more difficult to glue the pointy edges. For extra layers on the ear, I cut out some extra pieces of foam. Here is a little strip of craft foam, and I applied some glue onto it, and I also applied some glue onto the ear where it needs to be attached. Then when the glue is tacky and not wet anymore, I just press it on so it looks like a band of jewelry around the ear. To give the ears more detail, I'm gluing together some of the layers of foam that I cut for the extra details. With the same contact glue, I glue on these pieces onto the ear, and it already looks much nicer now. I continue putting on some more details, and to decide where they need to go, I just put the detail on the foam, then draw a shape around it with a pen, and then I just apply some glue onto the detail and also onto the ear itself. Of course, again, the glue needs to dry, and I just wait until the glue gets tacky. And then I apply the detail. Yep, it's really easy as that. No witchcraft here. Now let's try on the ears. I like the shape, I like the size, but they still need some more details. I want to have some texture into the foam, so it looks like the ears are actually furry and fluffy. To create this look, I'm using an old soldering iron. Well, in my case, it's actually a wood burning tool. And I heat it up. And then, because it's warm, it melts the foam. And you can carve lines into the foam really easy with this. Because I'm using low density EVA foam, it's really easy to melt the foam like this. If you use high density EVA foam, it is possible that this method doesn't work. So if you want to make a project and use this technique, then I always advise to first take a little scrap of the foam and try with your soldering iron or wood burning tool if this actually works. If it doesn't, then try out another type or brand of foam. The foam that I use is from the shop Mink in the Netherlands, and it really is amazing for this technique. It's the low density EVA foam, and I will link it in the description. Not an affiliate link, but still very awesome. And I totally recommend this foam. I will also put links in the description from the tools that I use, like a wood burning tool and a knife and a sharpener for the knife and things like that, so you can find the materials as well and tools. Since you're actually burning and melting the foam when using this technique, it's a good idea to open a window or a door or both when you're working. And also always wear respiratory protection to prevent inhaling the fumes of the melted foam. And just continue this until you're happy with the results. And now it's time for the final detail on the ears, and that's a little gem. I decided to make this gem with some foam clay. Like the name already suggests, foam clay works like clay, so you can sculpt with it, and when it cures, it sort of changes into foam, and it gets really lightweight, so that's amazing to add to your foam props. It does shrink or expand a little bit when it cures, so it's always a good idea to try out a little bit before you're going to create very big pieces. And then, if the detail is sculpted, just add some water onto the sculpt and also onto the foam, so you can sort of glue it together, because the water will make the foam clay stick to the foam. As you can see, I already lost some of the details because the clay is still very soft, so I'm just trying to sculpt the details into there again. And to make them stand out extra, I'm using a wooden clay modeling tool. The foam clay needs to cure for a few days until it's fully hardened. And then you can paint the whole ear. And this is how it looks like, fully crafted. Not painted, of course, but it looks so nice. I really love this. With some contact glue, I glued the ears to a headband. They're not fully in the middle, oops, but it works. I painted the ears with acrylic paint and shaded with some black oil paint. I tried to match the color of my wig. So now you know how you can make some really cute ears for Xayah cosplay using low density EVA foam instead of using fake fur. So I really think it's a really nice way to make the ears because they look really cartoony and it looks really like the cinematic from the Xayah skin. So I think it's a really good option to make them with foam. And it's also really easy to keep them on your head with headband, because I wanted to show the headband a little bit closer. It's one with little pointy things, so it actually goes into the hair a little bit, so they will stay upright very easily. And as you can see, I also glued some little feathers on the ears, and I actually also have a video where I show you how you can make these feathers using felt and zip ties and a sewing machine. So be sure to watch that video as well. I will link it in the description below, and I tried to make one of those cards somewhere there, or there, I think there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!